Hey, welcome back to The Market Investor. I'm Daniel Snyder. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm gonna keep it short, I'm gonna keep it sweet. First things first, check out the old film reels. Love those things, glad I could get them up. Let me know what you think about them. Are you interested in the old film? Do you like 35 mil? Do you even 70 mil, bro? I don't know, but we're gonna get into it. This time we're gonna talk about stock ticker symbol that pays you a dividend every single month. That's right, not every quarter, every month. And we're also going to recap something real quick, which I think you should really be interested in, about pure profits you could have made in the last 3 trading days. So stick around, cue up that intro, and let's roll it. All right, so let's get into it. I want to talk about Amazon. Amazon, you know, I just put out a video telling you stocks that you can buy right now, pretty safe stocks during this whole coronavirus crises going on around the world. One thing I want to point, and this was something that even surprised me, right? So if I just got here, pulled up the 1-day 5-minute chart of Amazon. Actually, let me switch it over to the 10-day 5-minute chart. So back here on April 9th, I'll move my cursor over. As you can see, we closed the day around $2,042 a share, I want to say. And here we are 3 trading days later, and we closed today at roughly $2,307 a share. That is almost a 13% return in the last 3 days. Now, granted, I did say that if, you know, a lot of people can't just go and start with $2,000. But if you did and you bought a share of Amazon, then you've got some great returns already starting, especially when the majority of the market went down today. Like, let's not forget about that. And to just kind of get you in the mindset of why this possibly happened. Well, Amazon had a news catalyst at the beginning of the week that they're allowing non-essential items to start shipping to people's homes again. And I mean, one, that's just fantastic for everybody. But that news catalyst, I think that's the news catalyst that really started this push. You know, if we go in and we look at Monday, you'll see the beginning, right from the beginning of Monday, boom, push up all the way right here. I think what might have also happened, there's not a lot of short sellers on Amazon, right? So short sellers being people that are betting the stock's going to go down. But if there were, we could have seen a short squeeze. Let me point this out though. Tesla has had the pretty much the same gains as Amazon this week. And we have seen roughly, what is this? A 25% gain in its price in the last 3 days. Now, Tesla is a different story, though, because it is widely known on the market that Tesla is shorted by a lot of people. A lot of people do not think that Tesla shares are worth $723 a share right now. And it all depends on what kind of investor you are, right? Like, this is purely a growth stock, and it's just recently started paying dividends. I think it was the last 2 quarters, it just started finally paying out dividends instead of losing money for every share, which is huge. And, you know, they have a lot of good news going on. They're building the factory in Germany. They have the factory in China that they opened up, and they're supposedly have the cars being made again over there while we're still on lockdown here in California. And the car deliveries are going great. They have the Model Y that just came out. And I think when you get into Tesla, though, you're really betting on Elon Musk, right? The guy is a visionary. Everybody knows that. He's doing space exploration. He's got cars. He's a great engineer. He just gets it. And he's a guy that you can put out in front of PR world, and people just eat it up. People love him. People will continue to invest in the stock. We did see that pump up a little bit ago, as you see right here, where it shot up to $968 a share. And that right there is the pure definition of a short squeeze. We started to see the rise. But right here, roughly what day is that? January 29th of this year, we saw over the course of just a few days an increase of 61% in value. Now, granted, that is a short squeeze is a supernova event. It is something that you very rarely will see in a company that of this large of a market cap. But needless to say, you see the pullback as well. So as we continue to see this push up right now, which I think is another short squeeze, a mild short squeeze, especially during the turbulent times that we have right now, you can definitely expect probably a bit of a pullback. People are not out buying cars right now with their stimulus checks. I just don't see it. So give it a little bit of time, let it settle down. I do like Tesla, though. I will say that. I wish I drove a Tesla. I want to get a Tesla. I want to have the power battery on my house. I want to have the solar panels on my roof of my house. Like, I am a firm believer that everything they are doing especially what they can possibly do in the future right now. Especially, I mean, expect them to move into the HVAC systems, right? They are going to take over the modern day air conditioner that we all know and love and completely re-engineer that sucker, sell it. It's going to be more cost efficient, and it's probably going to be quieter, and it's going to take over the country by storm, especially in the Sun Belt region of the southern United States, especially in New York, right, where it gets super hot during the summers. I mean, I just see that taking over the entire country, if not the world. So keep an eye on that, because every product that they introduce, and don't forget that they also bought a company that makes the electricity to run everything. I mean, it is eventually going to be a 360 ecosystem, and they're going to profit from every little part of the ecosystem, kind of like what Apple does with their products. But I'll stop right there. So let's get into what I want to talk about in this video, though, and that is one ticker symbol, one stock, and it's a REIT. I thought this was probably the best time to do this since I just put out the Fundrise video as well. And if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. First e-REIT of its kind, has great returns. I'm a big fan of it. I know some people are saying that right now, because of the turbulence, they're not able to get their money out, but it's a long-term investment, guys. It's long-term. You put the money in, you don't take it out. If you need the money right now, don't put the money in the first place. We don't want to invest with money that we need right now. We want to take money that we have left over and put it in for the future when we turn 59 and a half and start our retirements. That is what it's all about. But the ticker symbol, what is the ticker symbol? The ticker symbol is O. That's it. No multiple letters, just O. And it's a real estate investment trust, and it's Realty Income Corporation, I believe. And why do I like this one? Well, because it pays you a dividend every month. Now, it's not something that I personally invest in. I'm not, monthly dividend doesn't really entice me. I want something bigger. I want something better. Quarterly is fine with me. Annually is fine with me, because I'm not expecting to use those dividends as income. Now, if you're looking for income and you want to do it as a value play, this one is definitely one for you. And it is called the Wall Street King of monthly dividends. So we just talked about like rental obligations and contracts and why REITs are so good and everything in the last video with Fundrise. But I think one thing to note about this, besides the monthly dividend that might be enticing to you, is that it has consistently paid that monthly dividend for 50 years. Every month for 50 years, right? And dividends can come and go, right? We're going to see a lot of companies right now, because of the coronavirus, that are either cutting their dividend or altogether just getting rid of it, right? Because they need the money to keep the business going during this tough time in the economy. But this company consistently, 50 years, every month, has paid the dividend. As well as on top of that, for the majority of the time, year over year, it has been raising the dividend, which is another thing, right? You don't want just a steady dividend. You want to see a dividend that continues to grow as the company grows. So what may be $1.03 one year turns out to be $1.20 the next year, right? That's what we're looking at. We're looking at the percentage gain of the dividend growth year over year. Super enticing. So 2 more points. Realty Income Corporation owns a lot of commercial real estate, which can be good or bad. But the thing that I like about Realty Corporation is that they have high quality tenants that are not going to go bankrupt because of somebody like Amazon, right? Which is a real problem nowadays. We're getting a lot of things to ship to our home, especially with one-day delivery and everything else. But these are companies like pharmacies. These are drugstores. These are grocery stores. These are stores that you are still going to have to go to for right now to get your products, unless you're doing grocery delivery to home, which still hasn't really picked up yet. Pharmacies, and the pharmaceuticals that you go get, those might eventually get delivered to your home, but like the over-the-counter drugs and things like that, there's a lot more red tape. So I think for the next few years, it's very safe to kind of check this out for a longer-term play. And the second point is, if you want to get in now, say you're a young investor and you want to get into this stock right now, do it. Turn on that DRIP program, that dividend reinvestment plan, and just let those dividends monthly just continue to buy you more shares over and over and over and over. And when you turn 59 and a half or whatever age you retire, turn it into income. And you will have hopefully thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of shares, depending how much money you put into it. So that's all we have for this video. Realty Income Corporation, great monthly dividend play. Not a lot of people do monthly dividends. Tesla, short squeeze alert going on right now. Amazon, just skyrocketing, man. It is a great time to be Amazon. Don't forget, they also have Amazon Web Services, which runs the majority of corporations' back-end internets with storage. I mean, we'll get into that another time. But I hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.